Was a family just another beautiful day giving thanks and praises as always to the Creator? Now, I have posted some videos over the years, controversial, interesting, funny, but my main concern is posting videos is to keep you people awake and awaken to what's really going on around you, to get yourself out of the matrix, as they call it. As we all know, well, a lot of us do know, it's yes an illusion, it's a holographic universe, it's a play game, it's a just big game where you're playing, nothing is actually real. Um, but some clips here I'm going to put from Sophia Stewart, the lady that wrote The Matrix and The Terminator. She's from Brooklyn, a black lady. And Andre 2000. They're breaking down a lot of stuff for you to keep you informed and aware of what's going on. Because they're trying everything possible to keep you in the dark. That's why they're having AI, they're having cameras all over the place to lock you down in their reality. They're building bunkers underground for what reason? Because see, they know something is going to happen. They know that we are going to be awakened with this third or fourth wave that is coming through from the sun to enhance our so-called junk DNA. They know this because they have technology to see into the future and the past. We can do that with our ability when we go to sleep. But we get so caught up with the mundane BS of trying to buy things that we really don't want to buy. But then again, that's a whole different video because I'm not here to criticize, condemn, or judge no person. I'm just here to try to wake people up, to let them see through the BS, to know that they can have a better life than the one they have if they only change their way of thinking. And knowing that we are actually in illusion, but we can control the illusion by our thoughts. Anyway, folks, I'm going to put some clips here, and the guy give you some very good clips. This brother, he's not a very good commentary. He's not really give very good commentaries on the videos, but that's a whole different video. But he got some very good clips of what's going on and how you should be informed and know what is going down. Um, it's about an hour and change, and I don't like putting videos that long, so I'm going to give you all some small clips, and then I will focus in on the site so you can go and watch the whole video for yourself. But it's very informative about child adoptions, about child molestations, about the so-called job. He talks about everything. Hang on, folks. Until then, folks, be loving and kind and caring and humble, respectful, show gratitude, and remember the only thing that's going to get us out of here to live in a free world. Because my thoughts are manifesting a world where there's no anger, no guilt, no jealousy, no frustration, financial freedom. Everything is free. That's my world. I'm praying to go to live on a planet with love, peace, harmony, joy, and happiness. No negativity, nothing like that. As a matter of fact, shift my vibration to a planet like that. Until then, folks, stay dangerous. I would rather pick up cans on the side of the highway than to live out of alignment with my truth. We'll all be driven back to the dream. As you see in the audience, Democrats, Republicans, white, black, everyone all in between. This is the example that they do not want to see, but they have no choice. The masses of humanity have been slapped awake. Open your eyes. It's time to wake up. This is the Great Awakening. People cannot go back into the Matrix now. A lot of people are trying to. They can't. Have y'all seen Andre 3000 is put on a video for GQ? That's the brother giving them very good clips on what's going on. Hang on, folks. So I want you to notice
notice that he's looking at you like he's telling you something, like he's got a message for you. All
That's
right?
Andre from
Just look.
Outcast.
He's looking at you like he's got a message for you, like he's telling you something.
That's That's Andre from Outcast. He changed his whole perspective of music. He says he's not into that no more rapping. He changed his whole life around, and he's doing things out of the not really ordinary that people will not expect him to do. Because he's in a whole different vibration of looking at life now. And that's Andre 3000.
Even the one on top of the washing machine, he's looking down at you. And then when the camera pans in, into the washer, he leans down like he's literally trying to tell you something. Watch him. Watch him. You see? Alright, so what are they telling you? Let's dissect this. Let's get it. Thank you to TikTok for bringing back 10 minute videos, first off. Alright, so we are all aware that we're in a matrix. We are in a game, okay? And the game has rules. And the game is also fixed, okay? Meaning we've done this over and over and over again. Hence why he's at a laundromat, right? He's in a cycle. He's got a cycle going, right? Pun intended or no pun intended, the way that you can look at it. So since we know the game is fixed, so there are messages that the game carries. And everything is literally a message, literally everything. So who are they talking about here? Okay, Andre, okay? Let's dissect the name. So we can look at it many ways. We have and ray, okay? A ray is a light, right? The light is the sun, okay? Or and Ra, which is again the sun, and Ra, because A-E-I-O-U are the same thing. 0 is not a number, so you have 3, okay? And Ra, 3, which is the 3-strand DNA that we've been talking about, right? This is our quote-unquote junk DNA unlocking. And it says, is back, with the exclamation point. And then it says, he brought back his flute. We're going to look this later, okay? But I want you to look at the number 3 right here, literally telling you, right? Your 3-strand DNA is being cleaned, okay? It shows you that your 3-strand DNA is being cleaned so much so that they put Andre, your DNA, right? And Ray DNA inside the washer, being cleaned. You see? Stick with me, y'all, and we're going to break it down using numerology, all right? Because everything is numbers. We are literal walking numbers. And if you know numbers, you can decode things. Now, to go even deeper, you see 3 washers here, right? He is specifically on top of this one, which is the white sun, if you look at it. And then you go over here, you see
the black sun.
The black sun, which is the yin and the yang, right? So this is a flip, literal, a total flip. Because if you look at GQ, it looks like an 8, doesn't it? The G and the Q looks like an 8 together, because that's what the timeline about. Escaping the matrix. Escaping the matrix. So let's get to the numbers, y'all. So who is presented this? We see GQ is the one that is presented this. So we all know the 3D matrix is breaking down, and we're going to the 5th dimension, okay? Which is the heart chakra. So that would be the 4th chakra. 4. Now for the people who really know gematria and who've been following me, look what it also means in the Kabbalah. 42. Now said, if you know about the number 42, nothing else needs to be said. You also have 4 plus 2 gives you 6. And since we are in the upside down, right, that gives you a 9.
Like I said, family, I'm going to give you small pieces of it because this time it's too long. So I'll give you small clips of it. I can give you the site to go and watch the whole thing by yourself because it's an hour and 25 minutes long. I don't do that long. Hang on, family.
The heart of the earth, right? Also, again, because heart is an anagram for earth. Earth gives you 17, right? Which has to do with the heart chakra. Earth is an anagram for heart, y'all. Andre represents the heart of the earth. Now, no coincidence as to why we're witnessing to things like this. Oh, shit. Alright? As to why we're witnessing things like this. This is the earth speaking. This is the heart speaking. She is playing her flute. I told y'all, these are like angels, don't they? They look like angels, right? As to why we're experiencing things like this. Which is actually why the earthquake happened in Iceland. You see, because we were in ice, right? We were in the tundra. Things like this. Oh my God. When have we ever been witnessing things like this, y'all? This is the earth speaking. This is the heart speaking. They want to tell you this is their technology. No, y'all. The earth is alive. She's coming back alive.
Hey, that's some powerful energy right there. If you know, you know.
Our DNA is cleansing.
And that's why they give you the job to keep your DNA locked down, that you can't advance when the shift comes around with the so-called flares, the solar flares that activate your so-called junk DNA. Keep it going, TB.
Now, let's get a little deeper. Because if you look at the washer here, it says 22 and then 3. Now, 22.
I had no idea about this. I didn't talk about this in previous videos because I never went back and read these books that I'd written. I just dictated them, and then I was such a workaholic, I just kept on going with the rest of my life and doing all this other stuff. And I never even went back and read them. So I was totally amazed to find out this prophecy of a first wave of ascension, that it was going to happen by mid-2025, and that there is going to be, as I just said, a full solar flash, but only after everybody's ready for
it. Think about it.
So some of us are going to be able to go right into that higher astral body and be ready for the full-blown fourth density right away after this first wave happens. So apparently there will be some people who become incredible superheroes right off the bat. And this could involve telekinesis, this could involve telepathy, this could involve shooting lightning out of your hands, balls of light out of your hands. All these kinds of interesting things appear to be some of the basic stuff. The ability to project thought forms, to project complex visual thought forms. And again, by location, projecting your own essence into your fourth density body. And that's what we're all going to have to learn how to do. And once we're all finished with that, then there is a full solar flash, because now everybody has walked into fourth density. And everybody's walked off the stage of the earth. There's no need to be there anymore. We've all learned how to activate our astral bodies. We go into this new layer of existence, and only then is there the full solar flash. Now, the Law of One actually talks about all this stuff, and they estimate in the books that it's going to take somewhere between 100 to 700 years before this happens. Now, in the meantime, once we go through this first wave of ascension, we all get something that they describe extensively in the Law of One. You can go look it up or read Michael Prophecies again, where they talk about the third, fourth activated body. What the hell is the third, fourth activated body? The third, fourth activated body means that you live in a human body, you still have your body, but you also have your fourth density body activated enough that now it can do things like poltergeist events. It might start causing telekinesis to occur, and at first you don't realize that you are causing it, but it's this other version of you that would be like a ghost that lives at the same time as you are living. So you're interconnected with this consciousness, and it can actually go and move things without your awareness. And so if you look at all the teachings of the classic ancient master yogis, they all talk about the importance of raising your consciousness, and eventually gets to the point where people are having lucid dreams, out-of-body experiences, and in the case of levitating saints, we talk about this in our new movie, Levitation. I hope you'll see that coming up. Levitation is going to be incredible. We have all these great stars we're interviewing for this
folks.
Insider.
Most people's imagination of what is possible.
This is probably one of the more well-known black-budget time travel projects, with the exception of the Montauk Project. Many whistleblowers have said that the program was not actually shut down, but just classified into deep black.
The people that know everything about Looking Glass, that have gotten all the reports and all the information, the elites of the world, probably figured out that that was the end of the game. And nothing could be manipulated beyond that point.
According to the alleged insiders, the Looking Glass technology was apparently used to look backward and forward in time, using the consciousness of an operator as a type of steering mechanism. The operator would sit in a chair that was apparently recovered from a downed extraterrestrial craft, capable of interfacing with consciousness directly. When the device was turned on, strong toroidal fields of energy cycled about a pouch of water at the center, which acted as a sort of resonator for in-streaming energy. Technology was provided to the human race during the Sumerian times, when an advanced contingent of future humans went back in time and provided that civilization assistance after a cataclysm known as the Deluge. The Sumerian cylinder seals were encoded with plans to build the Looking Glass device. Earlier versions of the project saw the development of an actual portal that an individual could move through to jump in time. According to Burish, accounts provided by captured beings known in the program as P-45s, future humans 45,000 years into the future, the Earth was destroyed by massive cataclysms around the year 2012. This is apparently because Looking Glass devices were actively being used during a major celestial alignment, which overloaded the organic energy grid of the planet. Burish further claims that the device has been dismantled as a result of discovering two probable timelines, one of which is the cataclysm described by the captured being.
That's our
An attempt
timeline.
was made to look into the future, but no concrete data was able to be received past the infamous date of December 21st, 2012, suggesting that this date is a next
Back at that 2012 again, huh? Crazy, right?
point in time, whereby either timeline 1 or timeline 2 would gain momentum. In the last report, Burish suggested that timeline 1, the positive timeline, had an over 80% likelihood of coming to fruition. Given that we are nearly a decade beyond the 2012 date, and no major cataclysms have occurred, we are most likely well entrenched within the positive timeline.
All right.
This is
This is a time that everyone needs to be aware of it. Everybody needs to know the truth. There's a reason they're censoring everything, because they don't want you to know the truth. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm not here to...
That's the underground tunnels that are being built all over the world.
Show you what you can see with your own eyes, and then let you decide what truth is.
All underground tunnels being built all over the world. What reason? That's the machine that builds them. That's the ley lines.
That's the machine right there that they use to, do all the tunnels and stuff like that, but a lot of these tunnels been here before they started doing
I
this
do not
thing,
own the
but,
copyright for the video.
They moved all the food, all the other stuff down there, and they've been planning for an event that they seen in the Looking Glass. So it's probably more than likely they're planning for both of the events and to take advantage of both. That's just my thoughts. Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments down below. Let's keep going.
I'm piggybacking off this guy.
Describe a Raven rock to me, like what it is, what it's for.
No.
It's one of the U.S. government's most classified installations. It's all part of a plan that was hatched 70 years ago.
In the 1950s, the government came up with plans for a deep underground command center where the president and, a few hundred staff members not only could take shelter, but also could direct a nuclear war.
The plan is called Continuity of Government, or COG.
At any moment, we could see thousands of members of the government completely wiped out. But there's a secondary government, a shadow government that is ready to take over at a moment's notice.
Basically, they carved out a city underground that could survive a direct hit from a nuclear blast. After you go through the security, you walk in and it's basically an underground tunnel. There's a glass door that was 3.5 foot thick that weighed 30 tons. You go through like an airlock, and they have 2 of those doors, and then you walk another half a mile.
A half mile deeper into the mountain is the bunker itself.
And you're going past 5 buildings. Those represent the 5 rings of the Pentagon. And each of those buildings are 3 stories tall, and they probably have 50 to 80 offices per floor.
The Dolce subterranean base.
This 7-story compound is said to be the site of horrific genetic experimentation on human-alien hybrids and cutting-edge technologies beyond imagination. Level 1 serves as both the security checkpoint and communications office, where government personnel manage access and interact with potential extraterrestrial contacts. At Level 2, sprawling living quarters provide shelter solely for human personnel. Level 3, the underground facility, contains executive offices and alien science labs where enigmatic experiments challenge the boundaries of human understanding of extraterrestrial technology. On Level 4, disturbing mind control experiments are allegedly conducted, delving into the dark realms of manipulating consciousness and human behavior within the shadow.
Planets where the government's elite, the oligarchs and the aristocracy gotta hide in these tunnel systems.
It's a D-Bell 1014. I spoke of him before. He has some very good information too. You can check him out on YouTube. It's D-Bell 1014.
In order to escape judgment. Now, these underground alien bases are basically station points for many different malevolent extraterrestrial species that come to this planet for experimentation and for extermination when you're talking about eugenics and depopulation. Now, what you also got to understand is Book of Daniel, and you take out all the vowels and you translate it in ancient Hebrew and you read it backwards. It tells you that there's an intergalactic gateway inside the planet that leads you to a subterranean kingdom when you're talking about Hollow Earth and the city of Shambhala, many different ley lines on the planet, meaning that they're basically energy centers because they contain concentric interstellar vortex portals that basically take you to the moon because the Draconians built the moon as a Draconian mothership on planet Jupiter. So there's many different maps that basically coincide with the underground tunnels.
Yes, every 40 seconds a child goes missing. I know y'all don't know me, but I've been on this conscious journey for a while. I've been seeking information for so long. This is what I posted on my Instagram just 41 weeks ago. But as you can see, look at the U.S. trafficking hotspots up in London. Look at where the underground tunnels be. Snatching their asses up, going straight on the bottom of the ground. Like, that is just crazy, right? Not a coincidence either.
Eagle underground bunker was just found in Yakima, Washington while searching for missing 5-year-old Lucian Munguia. Lucian disappeared from Sarge Hubbard Park on September 10th of this year, and if you need more information about this, go look at my previous video about him down below. Lucian's family received a tip that he was being held in an underground bunker somewhere near the park. And when his dad, Juan, and other searchers investigated that tip, it led them to this bunker between Keys Road and the Yakima River on a remote lot that's property of Yakima County. The area had previously been searched multiple times, but the entrance to the bunker was hidden beneath heavy layers of dirt and tree branches, making it really hard to find. The bunker is 6 feet deep, includes multiple rooms, a propane hookup, and a heater. It's extremely creepy. According to Juan, they found nooses, weapons, scuba suits with holes cut out of the private areas, and a bunch of masks. So they took a bunch of photos and notified the Yakima Police Department. But even though the tip proved somewhat accurate, there was just no sign of Lucian there at all. This is the third illegal underground bunker found in Yakima this year, and they're all allegedly built by the same man, who's 61 years old and has been homeless in the area for years. This man was arrested in 2018 after police discovered another bunker of his in the Yakima Sportsman State Park. He pleaded guilty to second-degree malicious mischief and was sentenced to 90 days in jail,
90
which
days.
is the max for that crime.
90 days.
According to court documents, this man has multiple previous convictions dating back
Gotta
to
be
the
white.
1980s, such as assault and lewd
Sorry to
conduct.
say, but that's
This is
what it is.
extremely concerning, considering he's choosing parks where little kids play at to build these underground bunkers on. And while there isn't any connection to Lucian yet, this should still be a PSA. Authorities are saying there really isn't much they can do besides issue an eviction and clean up the area, so beware. $1,000 reward for information leading to Lucian's safe return. It's coming up on 2 months now, and we really need to find Lucian. If you have any information regarding his disappearance, please call the Yakima Police Department at 509-575-6200.
And they keep telling people, do not leave your car running with your kids in the car. I see a lot of folks do it. I had stopped a lady a couple of months ago at the bank. She leave her car outside the bank. She inside talking on her cell phone. The car is running. She got 3 kids in the car. So I stayed like this and I watched the car while she's behind me at the bank. And when she finished, like I said before in the last video, I said, Miss, what's wrong with you? She said, why? Why you leave your car running and the kids in the car and you're back in the car? Some person come, get in the car and drive off the kids. What you gonna do, be crying? You're not thinking. So, folks, do not leave your kids in the car running, and do not let your kids go to any bathroom by themselves. Make sure you go with your kids, whether it be a male or a female child. You go with the kid to the bathroom and make sure when the kid is finished, you walk out with you. You walk in with your child and you walk out with your child. It's getting scary, folks. You gotta protect these children. Hang on. Okay, this another clip is the last clip on the video that I'm gonna make. This is Sophia Stewart, the lady from Brooklyn that wrote the Matrix and the Terminators. And she sued these two guys that had copied her program and make Terminator 3 unknown to her, but she sued and she won and got millions for the suit that she sued him for copying her information and her script to make Terminator 3. But her name is Sophia Stewart and she's from Brooklyn, black lady. Hang on, folks.
Prequels to the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connors, Jesus Christ grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel, past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. So see, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children, which was technology.
So man versus nature.
Exactly. So the Terminator has to time travel to the past, but they know it's Sarah Connor. And they have to kill her, terminate her, so she won't have the baby. And Kyle Reese, he comes from the future to protect her, and he inadvertently gets her pregnant. And he has to go back to the future. And so it's the Immaculate Conception, because now she's pregnant, and she fell in love with a man, but did it really happen? Did he exist? And then this child, when you see the three Terminators, the boy,
this is Neo in the
man
Matrix.
Subconsciously, he doesn't know why the Terminator is trying to kill him until he's hidden out in the city, in the Matrix, the future. When he reaches 30 years of age, the rebellion, the reloaded, revolution starts. And the rebels come and they find him because they've been watching him all along. That's what the Guardians and the Sentinels are all about. And so they wake him up to his purpose. They take him to Morpheus to train him to fight the machines. They take him to the Oracle because of the prophecy. So this is the whole epic story. It's an epic.
Because this plays into why this sudden mental change on Facebook. Where is Facebook now threat where they need to regulate them and shut them down?
Facebook is nothing but a database for the CIA. That's all it is. It has all of your family's pictures, all of your friends. It has all the information. They use it here.
Like an Ancestry.com. I'm
Hello.
telling you, like that's just crazy, right?
In Vegas, when they had that car accident, remember when the Maserati right by the Cromwell, when that happened right there? Well, all they did was take camera footage from Caesars, Bally's, and other
surrounding areas,
casinos. And they went and they took this footage and they got the license plates, and then they saw that the guy did, California. He rented that Range Rover, and after they did that, they went to social network and they found his girlfriend on Twitter, so they found his picture, and then they went to LA because they knew they were from LA, put his picture on a $250,000 billboard and put a reward up for him for $25,000, and they got him within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks because of the technology.
So how should we? How do you advise people to share their image, their data?
There's not going to be any more privacy. Everything is camera down. Everything is caught on camera. And this is what it's going to be about in the future. Virtual reality that I'm explaining in the Matrix and Terminator. Everything's going to be, so now it's going to be so easy. You're not going to have any more paper passports. It's just going to be,
it's happening now.
Come into
it's happening now.
They're going to scan you, your body, retinal, fingerprints, the whole 9 yards.
This is what clears about it.
That's right.
That's what
And
clear, yeah.
this way, nobody has to alter paper and put a picture or a name on there because they have your bone structure, they have your eyes, they got your fingerprints. This is the database, and they match you up. You see what I'm saying? And you go through. So that way no terrorists can come through and pretend to be some.
That's why they're trying. That's why they're trying to make it what, a paperless society, paperless. So they want direct deposit, direct payments. So they don't have to use no paper. So they're gonna have a good handle on you. That's what I tell people. Keep cash in the house. If the power goes out, the car don't work. Keep it moving.
Somebody or somebody that they're looking most wanted. You see what I say? Because all of this technology is going to start ruling. It's artificial intelligence. It's going to start ruling everything. Once the satellites come into play that I'm talking about, there's maybe another 5 to 10 years from now, they're really going to play a phenomenal part. Because this is why Apple and Microsoft became the billion-dollar, trillion-dollar babies, is because IBM and Xerox didn't know what a mouse was. A mouse meaning they didn't know what the internet was going to be. You see what I'm talking about? They didn't want to move into that technology. The studios don't know what streaming is. They got pissed off because Netflix paid $50 million and got 3 or 4 Oscars for the movie Roma. But it was never shown in the movie theaters at all. It was watched.
That's why Steven Spielberg and all of it. You know, when we come back,
Yeah.
I'm going to have some of my...
Bro, they're trying to cover the sky up, yo. Cause look, last night, my friend had sent me a video, y'all gotta watch that.
This is serious. Pay attention. There's some shit going on. Look, he just sent me this shit. This one just got my email.
I see it. It's right there.
This is what I just seen today, bro.
Right there.
Look, I zoomed in to y'all. He said everybody on the highway stopped and was taking pictures. Look at that shit. Yo, look. Wait, I was trying to focus on it. Wait. Yo, bro. Y'all see that shit?
Okay, family, we know that out there. But hey, until then, folks, do your own research. Stay vigilant. Stay aware. Watch those kids. Keep a close eye on your kids. On the thing, I love you guys. Peace out, one love.